Okay, this is the computer that I built. This is the case. Actually, that's not the exact case. Mine has the side window on it. You see it's got a side window, and this really makes a lot of sense for a computer case. Get your life back. Buy a computer case and get your life back somehow. Seems pretty random to me, but this is like the box of everything. Motherboard. That's what I got. EVGA Z68. Core i7. It's 2700k. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 2700k Core i7. This cost me like $279 on eBay. Got this on Tiger Direct for like $70. What else we got? This power supply. This power supply is badass. It's a modular power supply, meaning you only connect the cables that you need to run your, your system to the power supply. So you don't have all these unused cables all over the place, and it's super quiet when it runs, and it doesn't even run until you're pressing the CPU over 70, I think like over 20% or something like that. Then it starts to run. And it hardly ever runs. And when it does run, I can't even hear it. I got to put my hand back to feel it blowing out air. SSD. This is a SATA 6. I think it's SATA 6 is what that is. So it's capable of the, what is it, the speeds. This thing reads and writes at like 500 megabytes per second, and it's SATA 6, or maybe it's SATA, I think it's SATA 3 or SATA 6. Anyway, it's the new SATA, and that's what my motherboard runs. It'll run the new fast stuff. Some exhaust fan, and I think that's about it. Let's see what else. Oh, my memory. I bought 2 kits of 8 gigs, so I got 4 memory sticks. Each are 4 gigs a piece, and I got 4 memory sticks, so 4 times 4 is 16, and this is 1866. I got Crucial Ballistics. This fan cooler that goes over the memory, and there's more memory, and this is it right here. You can see it. I already had the this thing right here. What do you call that? A card reader. Look at the pretty blue glow right there. It's badass. And then this was $25 on Newegg, and I got most of this stuff off of Newegg. And then I got this right here. This is that Intel thermal solution. I had a Corsair, but I just wanted to make this thing look badass, and you can see it glows blue Intel right there. This was only like $80. And then this was like, I don't know, 15 or something like that. And then you can see the 8 gigs of memory, or the 16 gigs of memory behind it. It's orange. There's my Quadro video cards. That's the NVS 420 right there, and on top of that is the NVS 290. There's my power supply, and you can see I've only got a couple of cables hooked up to that. Look, there's a bunch of empty slots where you can connect other cables, but look how clean that is. I mean, it's got all it has is a cable running here and a cable running here. These provide power to the SATA devices, like my SSD and my DVD burner, and I've also got a 300 gig hard drive right there that I had laying around, so I threw that in here. And so yeah, I used a lot of parts, well, not a lot of parts, but some parts. I wouldn't have bought a DVD drive, but this thing is SATA. I had to go with the new technology, so I couldn't use one of my old ones, or else I would have done that. And it's cool, and it glows, and it looks nice, and so I won't have to buy another computer for, I think I'll get 5 years out of this easily. And I've got a new video card coming that I paid like 90 bucks for. This is an exhaust fan, so it sucks up heat off of these video cards and out the back. These fans right here are blowing exhaust out. Oh no, they're blowing cold air in, and this one sucks cold air out. And I couldn't get this thing to mount in here. This is pretty cool. You know, you wonder if there's a solution to your problem, and you start thinking, and then you just kind of Google your problem or Google the part. I Googled fan adapter, and sure enough, they're out there, and I found one. I couldn't get this thing to mount up here because of the top of this radiator, and the holes are down right here in the top of this radiator. So there wasn't enough clearance for me to mount this on the 120 brackets. So I got this right here is a 120. It's hard to see on this video, but there's a fan connected to a fan adapter. This is the fan, this is the fan adapter. And it's a 120 millimeter fan adapter to an 80 millimeter fan. So I was able to mount you know, this thing to an 80 millimeter fan and hook it to the case so it'll blow exhaust out. So it's a cool setup. It's a cool setup, and it's just got the stuff that I need, and only the stuff that I need. I went with a smaller case. This is a micro ATX. That's a micro ATX board. It's not full size. It's small. You can see right there. There's your. Well, kind of hard to see, but you can see it right back there against the wall. That's a X16 slot, and then behind this thing is an X1 slot. So it's only got 4 slots on it total, which is plenty for a micro ATX board. And it's actually got a little bit more than I need. And see back in there, it's hard to see, but that's where my SSD is at. It's in there, and then above that is the card reader, and then right here is an old hard drive, and like I said, DVD. So it's got just what I need. You know, I didn't want to have a tower with a bunch of, you know, extra spaces for extra crap that I don't even use, like that old tower that I had and still have. I use it. It's hooked up to my TV. That tower, it just had like 4 or 5 slots that I didn't even use. And it was just, you know, it's like, why do I have this big old giant case? I mean, so this has exactly what I need. You know, nothing more, nothing less. Maybe the expansion slots. I've got extra expansion slots there for video cards or whatever. That's fine. But I didn't really want any more than this. And it's cool, and it glows blue, and it just looks badass. And I built it myself, and it was easy. It was simple. It was simple. It's just parts that snap together. So that's my build.